In honor of Dance Day, I'm filling you in on my personal dance secrets. One, if you're watching this video on a day that's not actually Dance Day, then no worries because I invite you to celebrate dance with me every day. Two, through all my years of dance, I've gathered pearls of wisdom and I'm revealing everything I know that has boosted me as a creator. Now, shh, those secrets are geared towards a special group. And that is my fellow creators who love to Disneybound and cosplay. If you're part of this group, then grab a seat, get comfortable because you're in for a ride. By the end of this ride, you'll know exactly how to strike a dance pose at the sight of the camera. As for my why, I'm starting off with why it's so important for me to cover this topic. You've already seen videos of me dancing in competitions, group lessons, showcases, and formations. And that is because dance training is designed to lead you through this path. But what about dancing specifically for Disneybounding or cosplay? Which, especially for me, and I bet for you too, you can see yourself doing this for life. I've done a lot of research and I can't seem to find much on this topic, so that changes now. Especially when there's so many uses for it. Think about the next Disneybound challenge, Dapper Day, Run Disney Race, or your next big con. Mine's probably going to be MegaCon.
Let's start with picture poses. When you're Disneybounding or cosplaying, you're taking tons of photos. With all the time spent working on that perfect look, there's probably been little to no thought on creating those perfect poses. Guess what? The days of standing still, frozen in place, staring at the camera are gone. I got you covered with pro posing ideas from head to toe. It's time to create movement in those photos. Starting with the face. As soon as you're done with this video, I want you to go to the mirror and find out what is your best angle, left or right. Do you prefer to look straight on or at an angle? I personally like to look to the side and straight on. For the neckline, there is beauty to an extended neckline, especially if you're channeling a regal character like a princess. A visual that's always helped me remember is when I learned waltz, is that you want to seduce a vampire by exposing your throbbing vein. Is that creepy enough for you to always remember? As for the chest, because we are portraying a character, we're going to be exaggerating our pose more than normal. I catch myself arching my back more than normal, especially when I'm portraying cutesy characters like Tinkerbell or Betty Boop. An extended chest with the shoulders back is also great for regal characters or villains. Actually, I have an idea. Right now, arch your back and extend your chest. Doesn't it automatically make you feel more confident? Now on to fingertips. Did you know you can actually tell stories through your hands? If you can express your character's energy through your fingertips, then you're a pro. Depending on your character's nature, you can do things like blades to be precise. You can hold an egg for very graceful ballet-esque. And my favorite is when I feel spunky, I do extended fingers, salsa hands. Do it with me now. Blades, egg, salsa. This really helped elevate my Sailor Mercury MegaCon photo shoot when I channeled my ballet poses. Now for legs, I love legs, especially for Dapper Day. Instead of pointing out straight on, you want to point to the side. This is going to sound so weird, but you can actually focus on showing this part of your leg, which I call the chub. So show the chub and just own it. Now for feet, instead of standing in place, you're going to want to bevel. The way to do this is to stand up and sway from side to side. Pick the side that you can put most of your weight on. You're going to go side to side. For me, I can put most of my weight on my right. Then you're going to connect your ankles and kiss them. Mwah.
Woo! I got some accessories. They're going to make your photos so much more dynamic, starting with the hat.
Take this hat, for example. You can tilt it. If you've got glasses, lower them. If you've got gloves, adjust one. And if you've got a bow tie, practice fixing it. As for clothing, I love that you can play with your clothes. I learned from Salsa to play with my skirt or dress. Give it a good shimmy shake. Woo! We've covered so much. Let's see how we can put this all together. I'll give you a scenario that should feel familiar to you. You're at an event and you come across an inviting background, and your brain processes all the possible pose ideas. For example, I feel creatively challenged every time I go to a Run Disney Expo. I'm using this steamboat woolly wall as an example. Since you've watched this video, you know you're going to do more than stand there. You're going to interact. We talked about how you can interact with your body. Now let's talk about how you can interact with your surroundings. The goal is being as dynamic as possible, and this steering wheel is catching my eye. I call this pose a lunge. Now confession, I do achieve this line by stretching daily, which you can do too. There's no such thing as working too hard to get in that perfect pose. Woo! Now that we covered photos, I bet you can tell which topic is next. If you guessed video, then your spidey sense is correct. Let's jump in. Why do I think the dancing is the best way to showcase our bounds or cosplays? The answer is looking into popular mainstream media. The characters that come to mind are Wednesday Addams, Barbie, and Megan, who all have successful dance scenes. They are able to connect to a larger audience because of it, and I say that they are timeless. I want our dancing to be just as timeless, so let's think of ideas that range anywhere from easy peasy to Starlight Diva. Level 1 is casual dancing. Come up with your own dance to show off your own look. For example, this is an easy windmill dance I made up on the spot, and I got the message to come across just fine. Level 2 is study a trendy dance. I recommend following someone who's up to date with the newest dance trends. I follow Vika, who has a great eye for that. Level 3 is make it contextual. For example, I wanted to find the perfect dance to reveal my Queen of Hearts look, and naturally I found one called Queen Card. Flower is also a really great dance that you can learn. Maybe you can use it for upcoming Flower Day on May 13th. And we can't talk about dance without mentioning twirling. This will come in handy next time you bump into Beck's Twirling Love. She compiles videos of Disney friends twirling and stitches them into reels. And that is all you have to follow these steps. Tip 1 is practice. Practice which side is best for you. Do you spin better to the left or to the right? Tip 2 is spotting. This will make you be more dynamic as you spot the camera and give eye contact. Tip 3, channel your character. Are you a pixie? Twirl with an armburst. Are you wearing fringe? Then twist and twirl. If you can't get enough of twirling like me and you're looking for the next dance step to get a lot of use out of, that's going to be the Charleston. I've been doing the Charleston all year because of Tiana's Bayou Adventure being so trendy. I challenge you to do the Charleston next time you're at Port Orleans or at Magic Kingdom. Wow, we've gone through so many stops on this ride. We've learned how to do character poses with pictures and videos. Now we're on to my favorite stop, and that is discovering my personal dance journey. My love for incorporating dance into Disneybounding and cosplaying started 2 years ago when I came onto the social media platform, starting from scratch with 0 followers. I got inspiration from all of you with all of your amazing bounds and cosplays. I knew that I wanted to give back by bringing something new to the table. That's when I went to the dance store and bought my first pair of ballet point shoes. I reached out to my dance teacher, Judy, who you've recognized in so many of my dance videos. She stands out as the only dance teacher that I know of in town who also cosplays. I asked her to teach me pointe. The twist is that I didn't necessarily want to learn to perform live on stage. The focus was more on standing out on social media. Let me repeat that one more time because it's a new concept. I wanted to incorporate dance specifically not for stage, but for social media. This was a wildly successful idea. I had so many great bounds on point that I created a hashtag called Characters on Point. I had so much content that I didn't know what to do with. I compiled all the pictures and made it into a book. This is now a coffee table book at several dance studios. Instructors show it as, this is something that one of our students made. What is something that you can come up with? If compiling your content to publish a book is the goal that you're interested in, then I'm leaving the link below to mine so you can use it as a reference. I published through KDP Amazon, but that's another topic for another day. Thank you for sticking around with me on this video. If there's one takeaway, I want you to think about how you're going to channel your character and think about a line you want to do. Make sure you commit to that by extending fully. A really great way for you to practice the skills that you just learned is by doing the Disneybound challenge. I actually made a video for it that you can watch. And if you're ever in need for focus or positive energy, then I am just one video away.